Is the PlayStation 5 going to be easier to get than originally expected? Well, Sony is planning to ship 10 million PlayStation 5 units this year, which is a considerable increase from what was originally expected. We'll highlight that. Ghost of Tsushima is on the horizon. That'll be dropping this Friday, and if you've still yet to check out that free Ghost of Tsushima theme, I want to remind you guys, it looks awesome. It's once again live in North America. We'll go over that, and Borderlands 3, you can get that game dirt cheap right now. It is crazy to see how quickly that game has spiraled down in price. We'll talk that at the end of this video, but first up, Sony is looking to double PlayStation 5 initial production orders. Sony to produce up to 10 million units by the end of 2020. That is a significant increase. Sony Interactive Entertainment has raised initial production orders for PlayStation 5 from the roughly 6 million units it planned in spring to around 9 million units, according to a report citing sources familiar with the matter. Now, it was initially supposed to be 5 to 6 million units, and back in April, Bloomberg reported a PlayStation 5 production outlook of 5 to 6 million units by March 2021. Now, a brand new Bloomberg report corroborates the report of increased production orders, noting an intention to produce up to 10 million units by the end of 2020, which it states is a response to the increased demand brought about the spread of the ongoing pandemic. Now, you might be wondering, how does a pandemic lead to people wanting a console even more? Well, I think there's a couple of factors you have to look at. Honestly, I've looked at a lot of metrics, and it doesn't seem like game sales are slowing down in the slightest bit. For whatever reason, all entertainment mediums seem to be doing even better than before. All of these venues that you thought would be way down in business are actually up. If you look at things like pay-per-view numbers are way up for combat sports like the UFC. I can anecdotally speak on something like my local tattoo shops having more business than ever. Who is wanting to get ink during a pandemic like what's happening right now? And nobody can really explain the reasoning behind why there's so much more interest in things that aren't essential, but that is the case right now. Obviously, business is down in regards to things like, let's say, live sporting events because you can't have a gate or anything like that, but video game sales, from an anecdotal perspective and just witnessing what people are doing, it seems like more people are playing video games more than ever before. Maybe that's because everybody is indoors. I really can't explain what the reasoning is, but again, if you look at all of these metrics of things that people don't really need for essential day-to-day life, whether it be video games, whether it be pay-per-views, whether it be, again, an example that I've just noticed, my local tattoo shop being packed and absolutely busy to the brim, it's a little bit startling to me, and I don't really understand why, but I really think that's going to be the case going forward. And I think the PlayStation 5, there was already a considerable amount of hype surrounding it, and to satisfy that hype with 5 to 6 million units, that was going to be difficult. Now at 10 million, I think it's going to be a little bit easier. I don't think that 10 million is enough. I would still be of the mindset that when this thing goes live for pre-orders, you got to pick it up ASAP, and you got to put your pre-order in ASAP. What I'm hoping for is that they follow a similar pattern with what they did with the PlayStation 4 and how they opened up pre-orders. They would do the announcement of the price point, then they would say, hey, pre-orders are going to open up this date, so you can get ready on that date, and you can go to your local Best Buy, GameStop, whatever you want to do, or get ready on Amazon, and you can pre-order whenever it goes live, and you'll have an idea of when it goes live, instead of just stealth dropping it. Stealth dropping it is a horrible idea, and that'll just piss a lot of people off. That is not the route to go. Bloomberg also added in their English report, even with a boost to manufacturing, Sony may still be unable to put enough units on store shelves during the holiday season due to shipping constraints. Sony previously advised suppliers that it would require 10 million units of the DualSense controller, but now is increasing that number to match the console's new production outlook, and mass production of the PlayStation 5 began in June. Sony expects to assemble 5 million units by the end of September and another 5 million between October and December. So there you have it with that. Alright, moving on from that, a free Ghost of Tsushima theme is available on PSN right now. Unlimited use code seems to be the same theme from late last year. In the North America region, you will use the code 5NEC F9N475M8. I don't know if this code has been live the whole time, but I'm seeing it spread on social media, so I wanted to make you guys aware of that. Over on Europe, there is a different code of 8T2T CRNJ FM72. Japan, you'll use N4TK 59NH2LH3. Korea, EM56NTNC EHX8, and then Asia, DHLNHANF6LH. If you guys couldn't follow along with that, we'll leave them in the description box below, so you can check out the Tsushima theme for yourself. The Tsushima reviews obviously went live yesterday, doing pretty well. I believe it's still sitting at an 84 on Metacritic. I'll give you guys an update on that right now. Yup, an 84 on Metacritic, so a pretty solid score. A lot of super positive reviews, a lot of reviews that were a little bit mixed, but most of them seem to be very, very positive, so that is exciting to see, and you can check out that theme for free right now using one of those codes. And lastly, Borderlands 3 Standard Edition is down to a measly $13 over on Best Buy right now. That is an insane price for Borderlands 3. I mean, Borderlands 3 is still a relatively recent release, all things considered. It came out back in September of last year, and a game in, 10 months going down to $13, and of a, profile like Borderlands, which is a very notable franchise, it rocketing down 80% of its price point in less than a year. I find that a little bit startling, but that seems to be the case with video games in general. That's why if you are the patient gamer and if you are waiting for deals and things of that nature, I don't think that $70 price point on next generation games is going to be something that affects you all that much, because if it's going to be something like Borderlands 3 where games are rocketing down 80% price point in just 9 months, well then is that really a big deal if it's $70 or $60 from the get-go? I still imagine that games are going to rocket down to, $10 to $15 at some point, even if they do launch at $70, but that's just my 2 cents. So that's going to conclude this video. Again, as far as PlayStation 5 production, it looks like Sony is ramping up by creating 10 million units by the end of the year 2020. Free Ghost of Tsushima theme for PSN, unlimited use code, seems to be the same theme from last year, and Borderlands 3 Standard Edition down to a measly $13 over at Best Buy. Definitely do check that out. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.